Hey YouTube, welcome back to JTG Bladesmithing. Today we're going to talk about alterations. Things happen, you need to alter your plans. You buy an outfit that doesn't fit, take it to a seamstress and have it altered. Especially with military uniforms. Weird. Anyway, gotta do some alterations on Paul's boning knife. So I'll show you what we've got. Here's what we have. Paul's knife. Got a few holes drilled. The center ones, sure, not so much. These other ones that I kind of am interested in because that's where the handle pins are going. I'll open up these other pins just to lighten the weight off the handle to give it more balance because it's really handle heavy. But the alteration, the handle scale, is this beauty. That is dyed red buffalo bone. It only comes in such dimensions with height, thickness, but that's where we have to alter the blade handle. Flip this way so it's laying on a flat surface. We put the handle scale on the flat surface. So what I see here is, oh, that little spike right there's got to get ground off. And there's a small piece on the back end here where it wasn't ground flat. So that's the next step. I'm going to mark this with a Sharpie, start at this belt grinder, and take that little sliver, yeah, not shiver, it's not cold. It's 88 degrees today, Michigan, woo woo. Anyway, I'm going to take that little sliver of steel off, and then I'm going to work on clamping the handle scales down. Let's show the pretty side. Clamp the handle scales down and drill pinholes for that and get it prepped. Because once I get this drilled out, this goes in the forge to get quenched. Yes, the bluing color. I had to anneal this in order to drill that hole because it was getting all wonky and it would not drill the steel. So I had to throw it in the forge, get it up to a light red temperature, maybe a medium red, and then shut the forge off and let it completely cool down at its own pace, which softens the steel to make it easier to drill. So that's the next step. Thank you guys for chilling and all your patience. Here's our alterations. I cleaned up the back side. I've shortened this and rounded it. Now I've got the handle scale clamped in place so I can start drilling out this pinhole. And then I'll flip it around and go to that pinhole. So that's how it works. I do one then the other. Yeah, so next step in progress. Process. You'll figure it out. Okay, so that was quick. I mean, seriously, the camera was only off for like 10 seconds. This is what it looks like when you drill through buffalo bone. This comes out in a big string as it runs down and wraps around the drill bit. So, this one is done. I mean, the first hole, I just got to flip it around, do that hole, but things are shaping up quickly. I'm satisfied with it. I am very thankful to my friend John, who suggested annealing the steel so that I could drill these holes out. So big shout out to you, John. I know you don't subscribe to my channel, but I'm gonna get you there. Alright, got the blade flipped around, situated. Quick tip. If you have pinholes that you're working and you have to move the materials around, you don't want your holes to get unaligned. So my trick, I take the drill bit, same size as the hole, and I put it in there against the flat surface so it goes through the steel and the handle material, holding it in place. Then you just line up the spine where you want it and go from there. Alright, another tip. You put your handle scales on, you drill out your pinholes. Make sure you mark which one is the right side, which one is the left side, and at least the top pin or the bottom pin. That way when you assemble it, pinholes and everything line right up. So that's where we're at with this. Next step is heat treating this. Hopefully I don't pick up a huge warp because of how thin I ground down this end of it. It's thin enough, but that's the next step. Get this thing in the forge, quench it, stick it in the oven for a while, temper it. While this is heat treating for quench, I'm going to shape the top of the handle scales to how I want them to fit here on the blade. So I'm going to do some marking and markering and figure it all out, but I just wanted to come up with some content. I'm totally stoked and inspired to be back on my feet, back on a good shift at work to get out at a decent time. So I just wanted to give you guys something to watch and finish this blade for Paul. So you guys enjoy your evening. I'm going to fire up the forge and at least get this thing quenched this evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. New number is 152 on subscribers. Let's keep that count going up. Tell your friends on Facebook. Tell your friends on anywhere. Instagram. I guess if they do the bird thing, chirping, no, worming, no, Twitter. That's it. If you got friends on Twitter, tell them JTT Bladesmithing on YouTube. Thanks again. You guys stay alive and live fast.